Hello everyone, welcome back to plot number 13. May has been a funny old month, hasn't it? It is the 16th of May today. I have been filming a little bit of footage and stuff, so let's jump straight into the recap of what I've been up to. I'm running out of room in the brassica bed at the moment, so I've got some celeriac to plant out. I've never grown celeriac before, so I'm really intrigued to see how these grow. I'm going to give them the recommended space of between 30 and 40 centimetres as well, and I'm going to plant them out in between the garlic rows because I've seen Charles Dowding did it. So I'm going to mark out a little row in between them and pop them in and see what happens. So I've got 24 celeriacs, and I'm hoping I can get them in one single row. I'm going to weed as I go as well, because I'm quite likely to pull them up in a couple of days and thinking that they're weeds. So if I weed as I go, I should remember that I've got celeriac in between the garlic. So I'm going to put one there. There's quite a lot of garlic roots that I'm hitting as soon as I get down there, so hopefully they'll be okay. There we go, first one in. I'll crack on and then show you what it looks like. There we go, so we've got a row and a half of celeriac just tucked in between the garlic. There's the other row there. So hopefully by the time I harvest the garlic, the celeriac will just start taking off. And a gap will be plugged ready for growing on. So fingers crossed they survive. Like I said, I've not grown celeriac before, so I don't know if they're slug prone or bird prone or whatever, so we'll just put them in and see. This is the sweet corn I put out. It is struggling, to be fair. I think we've had some cold nights, so I've covered it in fleece. So it is surviving, but it's not thriving. So that one's completely given up the ghost there. Look, it's dead. I have got more sown at home, so I can plug the gaps and stuff like that, but I just wanted to see, really. But yeah, I bet the stuff I've grown will catch up to this lot anyway, so sometimes it's not worth putting it out early, but it's fun, innit, trying. Don't know if you watched the last video, but do you remember I tried the bird scare? Well, I came down a week later and it was perfect, it was working. Came down 2 weeks later and no, the birds had not fallen for it and they've started to eat the cauliflowers. So yes, it does work, but only for a couple of weeks, and then you've got to net it anyway. So yeah, let me show you the damage. Can you see through the net? There you go, look. So they've started to eat some of the leaves. So I put this net on last week. So yeah, my bird scare doesn't work. I have still got it though, just hanging around. It is such a shame that you can't really grow brassicas without something eating it. So this is my brassica patch. Literally net everything. Birds, slugs, butterflies, white flies, all sorts of stuff. Love brassicas, don't they? It's just a bit of a mare. Oh look, this flower's come out now. Look at that. It's beautiful. I forgot what it was called now, but isn't that lovely? Pretty little flower, edible as well, I think. Have to have a little taste. Right, the next job on my list today is going to be planting out some of these Keith Foster's onions that I had growing since October last year. These were my rejects, and they're looking all right, to be fair. So I'm going to plant a few out randomly around, not in the rows of the onions that I've got already. They're just going to be like gap fillers because I've got quite a few of them. So yeah, I'm just going to plonk them wherever I can fit them. These are just bonus ones anyway, so I'm happy to just get them in the ground, really. I think they'll be happy to get in the ground as well. There we go. That's another good job done. I've just erected my tomato support I use every year. It's brill, it's like the string method, but this is an old camera screen pole and it's dead sturdy, so it survives the wind basically. I've just planted a bit of lettuce around it and some spring onions as well, ready for when the tomatoes go in. I'm only doing 5 this year, so I'll have a little gap here. I might bring some aubergines out or something like that and see if that does any good outdoors. I've also popped a bit of kale in and some pak choy over in this section here. I got some in there a couple of weeks ago. That's really taken off, and then I've got the smaller ones in there now as well. I'll pick the leaves pretty soon as it gets a little bit bigger. That's why I've got so much in this area, because I eat loads of kale, so I'm literally going to start shredding the plants soon, so I need lots in there. And then there's the pak choy just interplanted. Just harvested my first cabbage of the year. It's very loose, but it'll do for a couple of dinners anyway, or a bit of coleslaw. So yeah, yummy. Can't wait to eat this one. I have got another one that's just starting to heart up as well, that the birds are not bothered by. They've gone for that one for some reason instead. Maybe it's working on that one and not on that one. Who knows? I'm going to grab some parsley, some coriander, and a couple of lettuces as well, I think. Let's have a look at this fennel. Oh, that's looking good, that is. And it's not bolting so far. It definitely prefers it cooler. Smells good. Right, today is the 7th of May and I have popped down because the last date for frost in Shrewsbury is the 10th of May. So 3 days. I'd be pretty unlucky if I got struck by frost now. So I'm going to put out my tomatoes. They are absolutely desperately in need of being put into the ground or repotted, and I'm not repotting them because I'm going to put them in the ground. Look at the state of these. They are absolutely dying to go in the ground. They are stressed out, they're yellowing, and hopefully they pick up once they're in the ground. I'm going to bury them like in a trench. I'm going to lie them down so most of their roots are in the ground, because look, it's throwing out loads of roots up the side, trying to get a bit more soil under its toes. So I've set up my frame ready to take on the tomatoes for this year. I have decided to just plant the tomatoes actually, rather than lie them down doing a trench thing, because these are so long. They are probably going to need a massive trench. So yeah, I've just decided to stick them in a hole basically. I take all the bottom leaves off because the tomato plant doesn't really need a lot of the bottom leaves anyway, so it won't do it any harm. Right, here goes the last one in the hole. This one was really crooked. It was kind of just like flopping over at home. So I need to try and wrap it so it straightens up a little bit. this one also fell over and split at the bottom as well, so I've kind of worked it up, so it's done really well to do as good as it has, to be fair. So this one will just be a bonus. I sowed these tomatoes in February and they're just like monsters, so I don't think I'd do them that early again. Said you could do them on the packet, but yeah, I think it's pushing it a little bit for tomatoes. They grow quite quick anyway, don't they? There we go. So hopefully that should be okay. I mean, it's going to be wonky, but it should be fine. But it can come off. There we go. There we are. So might get a few off there. A few more tomatoes. Let's fill the hole in. I'll give these a good drink and hopefully they'll be okay now. Hopefully they survived the frost. They've been outside, so they've been hardened off. There we go. Tomatoes are in. Okay, the next job I'm going to do is put this bean pole up. I've never done a bean pole in a straight line before. I've always done like a wigwam shape, so I'll be interested to see. Oh, hang on. How do I do it? Oh, I need to take that off, don't I? For a sec. I'll be interested to see if it's any easier to like harvest and stuff, you know. I guess that goes like that. I've seen it in pictures and stuff. I've seen other people do it. So there must be some method in it. This stick's wonky anyway, so go like that. Whoop, whoop. Hey. Is that straight? That one's got to go in there. There we go. There we are. Oh, that one's come apart. Like that, and then tie a stick to it. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. This is my least favourite job, watering. I hate it. Oh, just hate standing still. And the hose goes everywhere. Give me weeding any day. Hose is all over the onions again. Oh dear. It is the 16th of May today and you're bang up to date. It's been mainly a month of weeding, watering, tidying up and planting some stuff out. It's been very risky this May as well. I don't know if it's the same in your area, but we were due a frost the other night and I checked my thermometer temperature in the greenhouse at home in like a secluded warm area and it was 2 degrees. So the nights are still really cold, but hopefully it'll start warming up. Let's have a quick look at these tomatoes now. I've just come down to see if the frost did get them or are they okay. Let's go and have a look. Everything else seems to be doing okay. It's a bit of even the spuds look okay, to be fair. There doesn't seem to be any frost damage on those. Let's have a little look. Yeah, the tomatoes look okay, to be fair. I mean, they are still sulking. Look how curled the leaves are. When the leaves are curled up on a tomato plant, that's a sign of stress, and it's usually the cold. Oh, there might be a little bit of damage there. Maybe a little bit of frost damage. So that'll probably knock these right back. Definitely too early in February to sow this variety. So February seemed like a good idea back in the cold months when I had nothing going on. But yeah, it's far too early for this variety of tomatoes. I won't be doing that again. It's just a nightmare. And you don't really benefit from like sowing stuff early anyway. Everything seems to catch up. Mother Nature knows best, doesn't she? Right, let's have a quick look under these fleece now. There's sweet corn underneath there and some kind of courgette, I think. I think it was patty pan or something like that. Let's have a quick look at those, see if they've survived. Oh yes, they're all right underneath there. Whee! That's not too bad. I might as well weed it while it's off, actually. May is definitely the month for weeds. Look at all these weeds under here. Mental. They love it, don't they? Bit of warmth. Oh, I'm really happy with those courgettes and the sweet corn's really coming along now, to be fair. I think the fleece has really helped boost their growth.
Shall I leave the fleece off now? Or I don't think we're due frost now, are we? It's quite dry underneath here as well. Might leave the fleece off and let them get a bit of rain. We're due rain all day today, so it's not going to be frosty. Holy moly, that is a big hole. See what's in there? Can't see nothing. That is a big old fat old mole there. Fill that in. Yeah, stay down there. The moles have been pushing up these new plants as well. It's just annoying, really. I think they're good for the ground, aren't they, moles? But they're half a pain in the backside. There we go. Leave it like that. We've been having loads of rain lately, and I love heavy rain. I like it when it just absolutely chucks it down for hours on end, because I know everything's going to get a good drink. And all my new plants, I haven't got to water them because I hate watering. But yeah, look at this celeriac. I think it's just starting to root now. There you go. There's a celeriac. There's lots of new growth on there, so I'm really excited about this. There's the row in between the garlic down there. Just about make them out. They haven't seemed to have any damage on them or anything like that. So yeah, they don't obviously need a lot of protection. No pests seem to be bothering with them at the moment. I'm looking forward to those ones. The peas and sweet peas look like they're taking off now as well, so that's really good. They're starting to put some new growth on, so they're obviously not affected by the chill and the cold that we've been having, so that's good. So I started these peas off in the loo rolls, and you definitely need to make sure your loo rolls are covered, because look at this one set of peas here that I've just not covered it properly. Let me show you the difference. There you go. Look at these peas here that I've not covered it properly. Look how weak they are and dried around the top. So we'll just cover them over now, push them back down. Looks like they've been pushed up by moles, to be fair. There we go. Compared to those ones over there that have got their loo roll completely covered, so they just need a little bit of support now. See the difference? Okay, it's time to tackle this crazily weedy cabbage bed. And just like magic, there we go, all done. I've harvested 3 of them out of there, because I do have some red cabbage that I need to go in as well. And I think I'm going to pull out some of this parsley, harvest a load, and then see what I'm left with. And just the other side of that, I've got some lettuce, so I might pull that out as well. I've got 2 fennel in there that are looking really good as well, but I'm not sure if they're quite ready yet. Might leave them a little bit longer. And I'll probably pull out half of the coriander, but leave some to go to seed as well. I'm not sure what gap red cabbage have. I'm sure that should be enough there for it. But I also do have some emerald ice kale as well, but it's literally tiny at the moment, and swede. But by the time that's big enough, I should have freed up a little bit of space here anyway, so I'm not too worried. I'm actually thinking I might just pull this off. I'm really chuffed with myself. I've got a little bit of beetroot here. That was just the leftover from that row there. So I'm going to finish off this row here and then see how much I've got left, so I can squeeze a bit more beetroot in. Could maybe put it by the spring onions down there or something. I'll have a look. This beetroot is desperate to go in. Look at the roots on that. It's dying, and the leaves are all yellow and stuff, but it'll pick up. It'll be fine. Pop it in. It's pretty hardy, this beetroot. This is Detroit red beetroot. It is the sweetest variety that you can get, and it's absolutely beautiful. Okay, so the last job of the day, I'm going to plant out some long purple aubergine plants. I think they grow quite tall, so I'm going to put them where my tomatoes are, and if needs be, then I can use the string method to just help support them. But initially I'm going to pop them in with a couple of stakes and just see how they grow. See what they do. I've got loads of them at home, so these are just like spare ones that I want to try. I don't even think you can grow them outdoors, so we'll see what happens, shall we? Whilst I'm in this corner of the plot, I just want to show you the size of the cornflowers that are self-seeded from last year. They are humongous. Look, absolutely huge. And they're just starting to flower now as well. There you go, and they're beautiful. Huge. I'll stand next to them and show you how big they are. Hang on, I'll put you down over here. If I put you there, there you go. There, they're huge, absolutely huge they are. So they keep getting knocked by the mower going past. So I had to like tuck them in a little bit, and they're just kind of falling over. So as soon as they finish flowering, I'll let them do their thing, and then I'll just get them out before they self-seed again. Could have done with them over there, to be fair, in my wild area. Right, let's get back to these aubergines. I'm going to put one here, and not sure where I'm going to put the other one. Maybe I could put it that side, and I could use the post to help support it if needs be. But I can just stake them anyway, so we'll see. Let's get them in. So like I say, I've got loads at home, so if these don't quite do anything, then at least I've got the warm ones in the little greenhouse polytunnel thing at home. But I always like to try and see what I can get growing outdoors. It's more fun. They've got plenty of space left in the pots at the moment. That's good to see. And the ones at home are in bigger pots as well, so at least I know they're going to be okay for a bit longer. There's one there. Put the stake in. Put it quite close, and then I'll tie it with a bit of string. Just so happen to have a bit of string in my pocket. I love this cotton string. You can just tie it on and forget about it, because it just rots into the ground. You've got to worry about bits of plastic everywhere. There we go, beautiful. We'll leave him like that. See what happens. Does anyone else do this to their gloves? Tie them up? Or is it just me? I know the creatures that live in this shed, so yeah, I don't want to put my hands into something scary. Alright, that's me done. I think I've done enough for today. I am just going to tidy up all my bits that I've left lying around the plot, and then I'm going to head off home and enjoy the rest of my weekend. I hope you guys do too. Take care. Bye bye.